So right now I am staying on a farm on the other side of the mountains. We had kind of a crazy snowstorm back at home, and it kind of just marked the beginning of the snowy season. And then last week it was my dad's birthday, so we drove over to my parents' house. And after that, me and Logan just kind of spontaneously decided to take a trip. It's pretty early. It's around, well, I guess it's not early anymore. We wanted to leave early, but I forgot to set an alarm.
Had to get some coffee.
We are off to the ocean this morning. I'm so excited to see the ocean. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of a long drive to get there. I think like 4 hours, but after that, we kind of have just no plans. We're just gonna kind of see where life takes us. We went to the ocean, which is like honestly one of my favorite places, probably in the world. I just have so many beautiful memories there as a kid. My grandma lived near the ocean, and yeah, it really just invokes a feeling in me of like nostalgia and yeah, kind of like feelings I don't feel anymore as an adult, you know? So it was just a really beautiful trip. It is so nice to be out of the snow and in this just like magical forest. It's really warm too, which feels really good. We were just like in the cold and now we're in the warm.
I'm honestly just kind of speechless.
I know, this forest is just like so amazing.
I feel like we haven't been anywhere where it's this still and this quiet in a long time.
Yeah.
Look at this tree.
I know, it's massive.
I've never seen anything like this in my whole life.
It's huge. And then after that, we really had no plans, so we were kind of just sleeping in the back of the car. We ended up sleeping in the snow one night on top of a mountain. Oh my gosh, it was so cold. It got down to like, I think it was 16 or 17 degrees. Oh wow, it is a really cold morning. I've just been kind of looking around because we got here so late last night. Yeah, it's really beautiful here. Oh my gosh, we're in this like little snowy forest. But wow, it's cold. I think I'm gonna make a coffee. Oh, I cannot wait for this water to boil. Oh my gosh. We did not expect to be in the snow, to be honest. I don't know how it happened. I got a coffee for you.
Oh, thank you so much.
How'd you sleep?
Ooh, pretty good.
Scratch the window with your hand.
On the inside?
Yeah, do it.
We gotta get off this mountain.
There's like a layer of frost on the inside of the window. Honestly, we're gonna have to scratch this before we leave. Wow, it was cold. I've never slept in a car in the snow before. That was really an interesting experience. And then when we woke up, there was like this layer of ice on the inside of the windows. I think it was the condensation from our breath on the windows, and then it froze.
I think we just need to wait for it to warm up, and then we can go. And I think it'll just wipe off, or maybe even melt off. I mean,
it might just melt if we just keep the car warm.
Yeah.
Thank you so much to Jackery for sponsoring this video. I went camping last week, and it was so nice to have my 1000 watt Pro portable solar generator for an easy off-grid solution to power. I was able to power a little camp lantern as well as a tent heater to keep me warm during a very cold, snowy night. My favorite part of the Jackery is the freedom of being able to recharge it wherever you are. Using their 200 watt Solar Saga solar panels, you can recharge the generator in only 1.8 hours to fully charge. If you're on a road trip or traveling, you can also recharge it using the cigarette lighter in your car, or simply just plug it into a regular wall outlet. If you're thinking of going on an adventure or want a backup generator for the winter, I would highly recommend looking into the Jackery as a seamless way to keep things charged and having a simple solution to off-grid power. They're having a big sale from November 24th to the 28th, and you can get up to $1,080 off, as well as some really amazing giveaways. Click the link in the description to learn more and check out their products. And I've been staying at this farm this week. Honestly, I'm feeling kind of sick right now, still. And it's making me feel a little bit sad just because throughout my life, I've always been someone with a really strong immune system. It feels like I would rarely get sick. And if I ever did, it would last like 1 or 2 days maximum, you know? And this year has been a year of sickness for me. I have gotten sick like 4 or 5 times, and every time it's taken me a really long time to kind of get over it. But I really think it's because I felt really overworked this year. There's been so many times this year where like I've stayed up really late trying to finish something, waking up really early, kind of pushing my body a lot. And I think it's just been manifesting itself in me having like a lowered immune system and just getting sick and staying sick. Like my body can't fight things off like it used to. It feels like I've been in this cycle for the past 3 years of just doing, just constantly doing, you know, building the tiny house, building the studio, starting the garden, and filming, and just all the work that's involved in living in a tiny house, and never really enjoying what's in front of me, like enjoying the present moment, enjoying the people I'm with. It just feels like I'm just constantly doing. And you know, I think about how 5 years ago when I was saving up money to build the tiny house and to move out to the mountains, you know, I had this idea of like my life out there, and I would live this like super simple, stress-free, relaxing life. And I had this idea of like this version of myself that I would be when I was living this life. No matter where we go, no matter how far we run to, you know, we're still us. We bring ourselves with us, if that makes any sense. And, you know, I achieved this dream I had, and I never really stopped to just look at it and think, wow, here I am. I'm, you know, living this beautiful life, and it's happening before my eyes, but I'm just on to the next thing. And it feels like for this past year, especially, work has been number one in my life. No matter what's happening, if there's like a family event, if something is happening, if I have to choose between 2 things, I'm always choosing work. Work over myself, over, friends, over family. And I can even think back to like last Thanksgiving, I had signed on to this contract. I had this thing that I hadn't finished. And I missed my family Thanksgiving last year because of work, which is really just sad. So I made some realizations this week. I think this year I am going to remove work from the top of the list and maybe move it to like 3 or 4. Start putting myself first, you know? And I've been thinking about that too. Like, I really don't think that's a selfish thing. I think that when we put ourselves first, when we nourish our spirit, when we do the things that just make us feel good, you know, when we do our spiritual practice and we connect to something that's deep within us and we connect to our intention, only then can we really give to others and give to this earth. You know, we have to nourish ourselves in order to do the things that we're really passionate about, that make us feel like there's meaning to this world, you know? We have to nourish ourselves. I think about that, you know, the concept of, you know, when you're on a plane, if a plane crash and you put your oxygen mask on first before you help others. And I feel like that's a really beautiful metaphor for life. Like you need to, treat yourself kindly. And that is something that I've been completely neglecting this year. I've been really completely ignoring myself. And I really think like spirituality and creativity go hand in hand. When I have been in a place in my life when I've really nourished myself and had a really strong connection with something higher than me, it feels like those are the times in my life when I've been the most creative. And yeah, I've just been in this loop of just doing and not taking a step back, you know? And really being here in this moment because, wow, it feels like the past couple of years have gone by so fast. I mean, like, they have just gone by so fast. And I feel like it's because I have spent so little time here in this moment, you know? And so little time appreciating the things that I do have versus thinking about the next thing, thinking about the next project, the next video, the next thing. And it feels like for so long now, I've had this really strong desire to kind of change my life a little bit and to film different things, film different stories, and kind of just follow the things that inspire me. And I've been ignoring that, probably due to fear. My younger self was really good at just listening to my intuition and just saying yes to things, you know, doing the things that inspired me, saying yes to whatever opportunity came my way. And I think that was more so just because I had nothing to lose. You know, I didn't have anything. I didn't really have any money or, really anything. So it was easier to kind of take risks. It feels harder for me to take risks these days. And I think that's been another thing that's been holding me back from kind of making a change in my life and doing the thing that inspires me, just because, I guess now I have more to lose. I can really resonate and understand someone who has, spent a portion of their life working towards a thing, working towards a goal, or maybe just trying to work towards a job, work up in their job. And they get to this point where they're, making, a stable income and they no longer resonate with it anymore. And maybe this person has this calling to do something else, but it's hard to take that risk when your life is comfortable, and it's more so going into the unknown. But basically in that situation, we have two options. We have the option of staying in that comfortable situation and ignoring that intuitive calling to do something else. But then we have the option to make that change, to do the thing that's scary, to go more into the unknown. And with that option, we give it all that we got, we give it everything, we do it with a passion, and let's say it fails, worst case scenario, at least you tried. You know what I mean? I feel like choosing the comfortable option, I would always regret not trying. And if the worst case is failing, who cares? Why is it so scary? That's okay. I feel like that's when we grow, is when we fail. That's when we grow, is when we do the things that challenge us, when we do the things that scare us, really. And I've been thinking about this a lot. Like, I really have been ignoring my intuitive voice and just kind of doing the thing that's comfortable and kind of staying in a situation that I feel like isn't serving me anymore. I feel like I've finished this storyline and I'm ready to move on to the next story. And this year I'm gonna make some changes, I think. I'm gonna do more things that scare me and I'm going to let go a lot. I would like to end this video with giving you the energy that you need to finish whatever thing you need to finish today or this week in order to give yourself some time for yourself. So I'm going to give you that energy to persevere and to push through whatever it is you need to finish. To get to that point in your day where you can just breathe and make a glass of tea and maybe go on a walk and just kind of, really connect with that thing that's inside you, the intention you have for your life. What is your intention for this life, you know? Ask yourself that. I think that's a really beautiful thing. And thank you all so much for watching.
Just thinner and